Well, good morning.
Good morning, Father.
On behalf of all of us here at St. Patrick's Church of Merna, I welcome any guests who may have joined us this morning for our celebration. Allow me to entertain an analogy. If we think in terms of this world and the stark contrast between light and between darkness, when the sun is out and things are light, and then when there's complete darkness, when the sun's on the other side of the earth. When, in the beginning, when the earth was created, again, by way of analogy, it was a time where the light was everywhere. The light of God's presence. Creation was in complete unity and union with God. Adam and Eve, they were in union with each other, internally, with God, and things were beautiful. But with the reality of sin, that world that was in one moment full of light was then full of darkness. Because there was a chasm now between God's creatures and himself. And again, just by way of analogy, we think of throughout the Old Testament time, it was really a time where God was working, but really where his presence, in regards to being present in those people, was not there. Maybe that's even a better way to think of it, in the sense of God was present in the world, but if the light reflected the union that he had with humans, well, it was completely dark. Despite how God worked with the prophets and all of that, his grace was not, his sanctifying grace wasn't present in those individuals. Until the feast that we celebrate today, to kind of mark the significance of it. Because when Mary entered this world, when she was born, that was the first time since the beginning of creation, certainly since the fall, where that love of God was present in the soul of a person. Liken it to the moon showing after these millennial of darkness, and then all of a sudden, the moon appears. And how we would fixate on that moon, recognizing all right, something is happening. It has been completely dark. And now this beautiful light appears in the sky. And we, of course, know that the moon has no light by itself. It's in fact the sun that gives light to that moon. And so the moon appears in the nativity of Our Lady. This beautiful, bright light. From the moment of her conception in her mother's womb, she was kept free from the stain of original sin. It's a prevenient grace. It's a grace that was by virtue of her son's crucifixion, even though he had not yet even been incarnate. It wasn't by virtue of herself, it was by virtue of her son. Again, emphasizing that the light she has as the moon does not come from herself, but from the sun. And so just that stark contrast, that with her coming is this preceding the coming of the sun, of light entering the world, the possibility now of God's grace being able to enter his sons and his daughters again. And so the Nativity is a very profound feast, very significant feast, and very fitting for us to come and to celebrate. And this, of course, unlocked the door and really at least got the ball in motion for the gifts that you and I just, I think, take for granted. The possibility that we can be in a state of grace, and we can definitively know that God's love is present in my soul. We can know that we are a beloved daughter or a beloved son of His. All of that began at the Nativity. And even think of the desire of all of those in the Old Testament to experience and to have what you and I so easily take for granted. The ability to confess those sins and have them forgiven. The ability to come and spend time before our Eucharistic Lord. Far deeper, far greater than His presence in the Ark of the Covenant. But truly His body, blood, soul, and divinity. And this is just scratching the surface of the gifts that you and I receive. The gifts that you and I know to be a part of our spiritual life. The receiving of the sacraments. And as Mary enters this world, she serves as a beautiful reminder of what we're called to. Again, going back to that idea of complete darkness, complete separation from God. And here she enters the world with complete light. A beautiful shining light as a beautiful reminder to you and to me of the union that we're called to. And the consistent yes that she would throughout her life say to God. That you and I are called to that. And that beautiful union, though obviously we will not, we don't share in that prevenient grace of not being affected by original sin. But that being said, we're still called to that same union, to where God reigns supreme in our hearts and in our souls. And so on this feast day of the Nativity of Our Lady, in a particular way as we reminded of Our Lady of Good Health, let us be reminded of what we are called to. Allow Our Lady to be a great ray of light in our spiritual lives, always pointing towards the sun. And may we have a deeper and greater love for Our Lady as she seeks to bring us closer to the Son that she gave birth to.